Morning everyone. It's the first of our Taekwondo tutorials. I'd just like to point out a few things that even though this is a white belt tutorial, there's going to be a lot of stuff on here that is applicable to black belts as well. A lot of interesting theory that you might not have heard before, so this will be on here. Yeah, right, so here we go. Taekwondo. Tai means to jump, kick or smash with the foot. Kwon denotes a fist, and Do means the art, the way or the method. So therefore Taekwondo is the way of the foot and the fist. It was founded or developed in April the 11th, 1955 by General Chae Hong-hee. Okay, so we're gonna go over some of the stuff in English. First of all, we'll do it in English and then we'll follow it up in Korean and we'll do it as kind of a live thing, as it were. So, first of all, your attention position here, okay, like so. Okay, you see my feet here are at a 45-degree angle, all right, and when you bow, here, you bow at a 15-degree angle. So if you're looking from the side here, back nice and straight, hands out to the side here and bow 15 degrees, okay? That's an attention position, okay? In Korean, that's called charyut. Okay, so when you hear the word charyut, you might be stood here, you hear the word charyut, here. And then when you bow, the term for bow is kyunye, here. And when you bow, you shout, or not shout, but quite forcefully say these words, Taekwon! Like that. Okay, so again, if you're in the class, you're waiting for the class to start, charyut, kyunye, Taekwon! Like that. Okay. Then normally, you're asked to do a ready position here. Now this is what we call a parallel ready stance. Feet are shoulder width apart, and it's a shoulder width measured from the outside edge of your feet. Okay, here, this is parallel ready stance in Korean, narani chumbi sogi. Narani chumbi sogi. Okay, then we move on to sitting stance. Here, sitting stance like so. All right, it's called in Korean anon sogi. Okay, it's 50% of the weight in the center. It's not that way or that way. 50-50 weight distribution, and the feet are 1.5 shoulder widths apart, and that's measured from the inside of your feet. Okay, so narani chumbi sogi is measured from the outside of your feet. Anon sogi is measured from the inside of your feet. Feet need to be nice and straight, pointing forward. Okay, when you're doing the technique from the side, your back needs to be very straight, can't be hunched like this. Okay, so very straight, knees bent. Okay, now the first thing you do as a white belt when you're in sitting stance is a punch. Okay, so we're going to perform that now. Here, okay, like so. All right, this is called, your fist is called ap jumok, and punch is an ap jurugi. Kaunde ap jurugi. So kaunde is middle section, okay, and it's ap jurugi. All right, so when you're punching, I'll get a little closer so you can see a little better. Okay, it's a bit dark this morning, so here. Okay, from here, all right. Drop down, hands in a starting position, then raise back up and deliver the punch. Drop down, starting position, raise up, deliver the punch. Down, up, here. So a white belt would be expected to do 10 punches. Like so, counting out loud in Korean. Here. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Daso. Yaso. Ilgo. Yado. Up. Yo. Charyut. Kyunye. Taekwon. Okay, so that's what a basic 10th cup, and that's what you are called, by the way, as a white belt, called 10th cup. Goes down the grades, so beginner is 10th cup, then 9th cup, then 8th cup, then 7th, then 6th, then 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st cup. Okay. Now, when you're punching, as you can see here, the hand, you maybe couldn't see it, the hand twists this way. Okay, so punching here, 1, twist and snap on the end. Here, twist, snap on the end. Obviously, we didn't cover how to make a fist. Here, curl your fingers up, like so. Wrap your fingers into a kind of like, it's like thumbing a lift, okay? And then place your thumb on the side, and you're hitting with these 2 knuckles. Again, to repeat, that's ap, jumok, ap, jumok. Okay, now we're going to do a walking stance here, okay? If you look from the side here, all right, okay, here. I've got my left foot in front, so this is what we call wen, okay? Gunun sogi. So left walking stance, wen, gunun sogi. Front leg slightly bent, as you can see, slightly bent just over my heel. Back leg dead straight. Now the back foot, okay, should only go out at a maximum of 25-degree angle. Front foot is pointing forward, so if you're looking here, front foot forward, back foot is at a slight angle. You're 1 shoulder width wide, okay, from heel to heel, and from the front toes to the back toes is 1.5 shoulder widths. So measured from the front toes to the back toes. And again, this is gunun sogi here, okay, 1 shoulder width, 1.5 shoulder widths long. When we're stepping forward, regardless of what you're doing with your hands, your foot comes in slightly and then goes forward. All right, so you don't step in a straight line like this. There's a slight curve as you're stepping. Okay, now moving forward in Korean, it's called nagagi. Moving backwards in Korean, it's called joragi. Okay, so that's the basics of the stances that you do in your first grading. So just to recap, tension here, parallel ready here, sitting here, walking here. Okay. Now, we're going to step forward, okay, with a walking stance, and we're going to do a right punch. Now remember the punches you did in sitting stance. Here, you're going to do exactly the same motion, but stepping forward, here, 1, like so, okay? All right, so again, if we do that again, here, when you're stepping forward and attacking, you always move the right leg. If you are stepping forward and blocking, you always move the left leg. Okay, so again, make the start position, drop, raise, drop, drop, raise, drop. Okay, so that's stepping forward, obviously going backwards. It's exactly the same. Here, 1, raise, punch. Here, raise, punch. Okay, so that's a middle punch stepping forwards. Now we're going to do a reverse punch. By the way, middle obverse punch is called baro churugi. Baro churugi. Okay, all right. And reverse punch, which we're going to do now, is here. Okay, so if my left foot is forward and my right hand is out, that's a reverse punch. And in Korean it's called pandai churugi. Pandai churugi. Okay, pandai churugi. Okay, all right, so when we're stepping forward, again, we're going to go here, prepare, forward, prepare, like so, okay? All right, in a forearm block, okay, here, okay, put a little bit so you can see. Here, start with your fist like this. This is your reaction hand, and it's always knuckles pointing upwards. In this case, when we make the inner forearm, The other knuckle, still pointing upwards, goes underneath the hand. So you have 1, 2, like so. 1, 2. All right, so when we're stepping forwards, remember that's nagagi, and we're going to go wen, gunnen sogi. Here, 1, here. Inner forearm block. Midsection, kaekwon-do, so hand level with the shoulder. Body angle is 45 degrees. We'll talk about the Korean names for body angles a little bit later. Okay, but that is the position that you're in. If we're stepping forwards again, prepare the hands, raise the body, and then block. Half facing. Okay? That's an palmok maki. Now we're going to step forward again. Hand reaction, exactly the same as before. Put it outside the line so you can see. All right, here. This time the hand is going to go on top. Knuckle to knuckle. So here, knuckle to knuckle. Raise the body up. Here. Okay, now you're doing bakat palmok najunde maki. Bakat palmok najunde maki. Okay, here. 1, 1, here. All right, if we step forwards again, bakat palmok najunde maki. Okay, so that's outer forearm low block. I made a slight error when I was talking about the middle, okay, in that old habits die hard, in that the old way of saying things would be middle section, inner forearm block. Now it's inner forearm, middle block. So it's an palmok, kaekwon-do maki. An palmok, kaekwon-do maki. Okay, so that's that. Other thing that you'd have to do as a white belt is you'd have to step forward and combine the middle block and the reverse punch. Okay, so watch. Here, normal start position. Here, 1, lift the back heel and throw the punch. Here, lift the back heel, throw the punch. So that would have been an inner forearm middle block and a middle reverse punch. Next thing you'd have to do is what we call a 4-directional punch. So I'm not going to do the whole thing, okay, just going to show you well, in fact, yeah, I will, I'll do the whole thing. I'm not sure if you'll see it in the camera, but we'll do it anyway. Okay, so here, sajo churugi, 4-directional punch. Taekwon. Then you do sajamaki, 4-directional block. Here, okay, so again, so watch. See, shot. Okay, so the last thing that a white belt would be expected to do, doesn't always go in this order, would be a front rising kick. So here, this is a gunnen sogi, but because your hands are out here, it's called gunnen chunbi sogi, walking ready stance. And you'd be asked to do a rising kick. So your leg comes up straight, and then comes straight back down again. So up, cross your hands, and block. Up, cross your hands and block. Up and block. You'd be asked to do 10 of those. Other thing is press ups. We call it montanbachi in Korean. Here, hand shoulder width. Not sure if you can see this. Okay, going down, nose touching the floor, and back up. you'd be asked to do that 10 times. Okay, so that's kind of everything that a white belt, great walk. That's kind of everything that a white belt would be expected to do. And the next video, we're gonna go into in depth a little bit more on the Korean and the theory and how to count. We'll actually count up to 100. Okay, all right, so hope you enjoyed it. All right, and we'll see you soon. 차렷, 균열, 태권.